TikTok, basically making a true introduction as to who I am, basically, and what I represent. What you can expect from me, like what type of other content you can expect from me besides fitness content, right? Besides me influencing calisthenics, influencing my fitness journey, I'm also I also want to soon to be a spiritual influencer as well. I not the person or being that's gonna tell you this, none of that extra. What you'll hear from me is my truth and what I believe. What I believe, if you are a person that wants to dig deeper into your spiritual journey, spiritual discovery, who you are, who you feel like you are, this is what the first thing I would tell you. Just be. Just be yourself. Be not the flesh, not this. What's inside. Your spiritual being, your spiritual essence, your spiritual self, because this isn't our true form, right? Get out of that cup. This isn't our true form, right? What I believe my outlook on life is we are spiritual beings having a human experience. Some people may believe that, some people may not. I'm not telling you to believe, or I'm not telling you this is the truth. This is my truth. You can choose whether or not you want to believe it. Doesn't really matter to me. That's what I believe. That is my truth. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. Like I said, just be. Just be your authentic self. Do your best to be your authentic self at all times, no matter how small the situation. Because authenticity is the highest form of vibration. Authenticity, being your authentic self. Do you know how many people have on a mask every single day? Or do you know how many people put on a mask every single day, or are just currently wearing a mask right now? They're not being their true self because they're afraid, or they're afraid of they're afraid of how people perceive. They care about how people perceive them, or they're afraid of what other people might think or may already be thinking, right? I get it. I was once that person that operated in that frequency. Like, I used to be that type of person when I was a little younger that would care about what others say about me, or care about what others think, right? So I would move a certain way to fit in with the crowd, or fit in with the people in my area or my environment, right? But this is how I come to the conclusion that I am a chosen one. Even when I did move like that, times I did move in that low vibrational state of trying to fit in with people, being a fake, right? Down to whatever you want to call it, a people pleaser, or somebody that just, like, it could be something like a little conversation that's being had. I'll try to pitch in, like, and just add on to it, just to fit in even more. Even when I was in that state, I still stood out from the crowd, right? I still stood out from people. Even at my lowest points in life where I had to learn to just be myself, I still stood out from the crowd. I still had all eyes on me, even then, which is why this is truthfully my first introduction as to who I am, right? You know, because that's a very deep and great question to ask someone when you're first meeting them. Whenever you're first meeting somebody, that's a very great question to ask somebody. Who are you? Not as in who do you think you are, or like who you feeling like. You know, like, nah. Who are you though? Like, a lot of people A lot of people you meet nowadays, they really won't even know how to answer that question. When you ask somebody, who are you? They're just gonna look at you like, you serious? Like, who am I? I'm me. That's probably what they'll say, right? No, that's an answer though. Like, remember when I said being your authentic self? You can say you're me, but who is me? Who are you? Like who are you in like spiritually on the inside? Who are you? Me, Kyron. That's my real name. KyChosen one. Kyron is my real name. If y'all are wondering, but I. It took me quite some time to realize this, but I am a chosen one. I'm a chosen one. And before all the questions and comments come from whoever will watch this video in the future, this live, what does being a chosen one mean? Do you feel as though you're better than people? Do you feel like you're better than a normal person or the average person? No, that's not what that means. Being a chosen one, this is my belief, by the way. You guys can, for whoever will watch this video in the future, you can let me know in the comments or just on my page or all my socials. I got my socials. It's all my other socials, my Instagram. Basically, if you want my Instagram or my TikTok, it's the same as my YouTube, KyChosen one, if you're wondering. All my socials, they'll be in my descriptions though, you know. But yeah, being a chosen one, it doesn't mean we think or we feel as though we're better than anyone. In fact, the complete opposite. The complete opposite. You know, it's been times really in my in my life, like when I was younger, where I feel as though I was really just a normal person, just a regular person, just I won't say a nobody. I've never necessarily felt like I was a nobody in life. I've never felt like I always knew I was somebody, but I just didn't know what that somebody was, if that makes sense. But I will say this. Being a chosen one does not mean we are better than anyone. In fact, I just made an introduction video on my TikTok, and this was one of the last things I talked about. In fact, we are the ones that endure the most. Let me know if this resonates with you guys. I'm gonna talk about my beliefs on me being a chosen one, what I believe, what my truth on being a chosen one. I'm not saying, like, for those of you out there who believe you're a chosen one as well, don't take my word on anything I'm saying. Like, don't make this your truth unless you want to. Don't make this belief your truths, or don't mix up my words. What I'm saying is, I'm gonna be talking to you guys about my beliefs, my truths, as far as what I went through or what I currently go through on an everyday basis as to why I believe I'm a chosen one. So look, right, we're the ones that endure the most, right? As far as spiritually, mentally, because that's all spiritual warfare is, right? Spiritual warfare is really a mental and spiritual battle. It's like, that's how it is nowadays. And it's like every single day as I'm getting older in age, as life is just progressing for me on, like, just everyday life just progressing for me, I realize spiritual warfare is everywhere. It's everywhere, bro. You can go through spiritual warfare the moment you step into the moment I used to step into school, right? When I used to go to school, I graduated last year, 2024. I'm currently 20 years old, 20 years young in this life. I'm 20 years young. Spiritual warfare, bro. The moment you step into school, you're automatically going through spiritual warfare. The moment you step into your job, spiritual warfare. Spiritual warfare could even be at home. It can be unintentional though, you know, with depending on who your family is, it can be unintentional spiritual warfare when it comes to family, right? Because I believe their spirits can be taken over depending on the frequency they're operating at their current moment, which is why I say it can be unintentional with family, meaning like it can come down to, you know, gossip, back talk, or just everyday arguments, right? That'll, like, you know, kind of spark up like that your lower self, right? Or try to force your lower self to come out, you know, to argue back or to gossip with them, you know. That's why I say it can, the moment you step in somewhere, spiritual warfare follows. That's what I'm realizing in everyday life. But the more and more you raise your vibration, your frequency as a being, it really becomes nothing. Like you just go through life with ease. Like you just go through life just still being your normal self. Even if you can feel it in the air, like like, you know, it's like that feeling, it gets weaker, weaker, and weaker, right? The more you raise your vibration. That's what I believe. But me being a chosen one, why I believe as though I am one. Let me know if this resonates with you or if you can relate to this. Whoever is watching or will be watching, let me know. Starting from the beginning, I was that guy, that boy, that kid, that child, that person that I always felt as though stood out from the crowd, you know? Not in a way as in like, oh, he dresses different, oh, he talks different, or he looks different. Not in that way, but in energy, in essence, in being. Like you, it's a feeling that you really can't explain, but you just feel it, you know? Back then when I was younger, I really couldn't even explain it, but I just always kind of figured, or I knew. I knew there was something different about me. It's just the more and more I grew in age, that's when I started to realize things and learn different things, like about just me as a person, like why I got those stares, why people came up to me just wanting to speak to me, just come around my presence just from me doing absolutely nothing, right? It's like, wow. Me as a chosen one, I never really had to do much of anything to get attention or all eyes on me. I could be at work in my own corner, just waiting on more work, just waiting on the next task or assignment to be assigned to me, right? But out of nowhere, I can hear gossip or back talk. I mean, gossip, envy, or just jealousy in the air. That's one side of it. Or it can be inspiration, motivation, or love from people. That's the second side. I've never gotten an in-between from people personally. People, wherever I went or go in life, people either hated me or they loved me. They either envied me or they were inspired by me. There was never an in-between. That's me, personally. You guys can let me know if you relate to that or not. That's me. I've never gotten an in-between. Like I've never gotten a feeling or just that look like, oh, I kind of like him, at the same time I don't. Like, you know, no, I've never gotten that. It's always either been like a look or a feeling of you either don't like me or you like me. You either hate me or you love me. You either envy me or you're inspired by me and how I move as a person, as a being, right? But yeah, I could just be in my own corner, just doing absolutely nothing. And even at my lowest points in life, like still, that that's what made me realize, like, wow, like I really am set apart from most people. I really am. Even at my lowest points, like where I'm not even paying attention to what's really even going on in the world, like what's happening. It could just be moments like in school, at work, I'm just trying to get through the day. And people are like, who is, like, I'll get those looks like, who is that guy? Like, oh, why is he, oh, you're so quiet. You're just by yourself. Like, and I just was talking about this on my TikTok too. It's not even about being a quiet or silent person, right? Because it's been multiple situations where I've been around other silent or quiet people, but they'll look at me or they'll talk about me because of my energy. Like it's the energy, the presence, the energy that you carry. Like that's what people will pay attention to or feel the most. It's not about what you do or how you act, because like I said, a lot of people on an everyday basis are really wearing a mask. So them being quiet, loud, silent, happy, mad, whatever you want to call it, it can be an act. It can be fake. People are gonna feel that, like especially people that's spiritually up there, you know, like people will feel that. Especially me. I always used to feel that in school, like, you know, from the quiet kid or the person that's trying to be quiet to be cool or mysteriously cool, like, you know, to get attention or to grab attention, all the way to the kid that was a comedian that used to just come to school making people laugh, but you can really tell deep down they were hurt inside or going through things outside of that, right? But yeah, moving on. All the way from school up to work. Really, in the beginning, why I started calling myself or why I changed my name to KyChosen One, or why I started believing I really am a chosen one, it really started with videos that used to get sent or put onto my phone, right? It could be any social media, from YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. I started getting videos in the beginning of spiritual awakening, spiritual discovery, getting closer to who I am. I started getting chosen when, like, videos, like, it'll be videos like talking about as like why you're set apart from most people, or why this way, or why people might say certain things about you or look at you a certain way, or can just why you yourself have felt like why you were different throughout life. Like, I got videos like that, chosen one videos. Like, at first I didn't really think nothing of it. I used to just think it was a coincidence when I first seen stuff like that. I used to believe in coincidences. Like, I just used to think like, oh, it's just a coincidence. Like me, a chosen one or whatnot. Like, what does that mean? Like, or I didn't really know what it meant. I didn't really take it serious because I didn't know the lengths of it. Like, I didn't know how deep that. I didn't really know how deep that was, bro. Like, because what I believe right now, I don't believe in coincidences. Like, I believe as though everything, everyone, everything that happens, down to the smallest situation or smallest moment in your life, or to the smallest conversation, or a person you might meet, walking in a grocery store, walking on the side of the road. Everything happens for a reason. Everything. That's why I don't believe in coincidences no more, because I realize that now. Like, nothing happens just for no reason. Everything happens for a reason. Everything. Like, I'm so serious. I used to get those chosen one videos like, oh, like these videos don't mean nothing. Like, it's just popping up on my algorithm. Like, it's just popping up on my page. But one day, it was one night I was just in my room, or really don't know specifically. I just know one day or one night I watched one of those videos. And as I just sat through watching it, I related to everything in the video. Everything. Every single thing in the video that was being said, I related to it. And what made me believe that coincidences don't exist is what the speaker was saying in the videos. Like, as far as like, if this video came on your page or your phone, it is not a coincidence. This is divine alignment, divine assignment. Like, messages like that. That's what started making me really just open my eyes and just tell myself, like, bro, this is not a coincidence. Like, this is really what resonates with me. Like, a chosen soul, like chosen one energy. But when I used to think about it like that, I just used to think like, oh, does being a chosen one mean like you're just you know, like a superhero or something like that? You know, not a superhero, but like just like, I thought it was just like all I thought it was just all good, right? I'll say that. I thought it was just all good. Like, a lot of people will mistake spiritual awakening or spiritual alignment with just, oh, when I start going deeper into spirituality and my spiritual self, it's gonna be all peace, love, and positivity. Nah, I had to realize that too. That was one of the main mistakes I used to make in being on my spiritual journey. Like, that was the main. I just always used to think like, okay, so if I don't get up today and I'm not in the best, most positive mood ever, I'm failing as a spiritual being. Like, no. No, I had to realize real quick that was not it. Like, no, it is not. It is not cupcakes and rainbows every day you wake up, or wherever you go. You're not just gonna be the happiest being or most peaceful being in the entire world. Just, oh, I'm always at peace. I'm always this. I'm always no. Is in fact, it's really the complete opposite. Not the complete opposite, but it's not perfect at all. At all. It's not perfect at all. I had to realize that. Really, the first step into spiritual awakening and being your spiritual self is just being you. You, like, I don't know if you guys ever heard the saying, but just, this is what I'll say. Just be. Like, just be. That's what I had to realize. Like, one day I just woke up, or just on a normal day, I just told myself like, dude, what am I doing? Like, it's never just gonna be just peace, positivity, and love. Like, but one thing for sure, I need to just be. Like, meaning, like, if you have a feeling as in like, oh, you had a bad day today, or somebody got you out of character, somebody made you mad, somebody made you angry, something made you sad, you can't just ignore the feeling or try to ignore the feeling and just try your best to just be, oh, I'm not sad or I'm not angry, I'm happy, I'm positive, I'm peaceful. No, you have to feel it. That's what I had to learn. You have to feel that energy. You have to, if you're angry in the moment, you have to feel it, but then let it go. That's what I had to learn too. To feel emotions and then let them go, and not let them become one with my being, like become one with me. That's definitely something I had to learn. Even now, I still don't have that. I even still don't have that master. Like, it's never gonna be perfect, but as long as you do your best every day to get better, you learn from everything. Like you learn from all mistakes, everything you tried to be, you know, like. But I definitely do. I am getting better at it on an everyday basis, though. I'll say that. Like feeling the emotion or feeling that feeling and then just detachment, just letting it go, letting it fly away. Like you feel that anger or that sadness, happiness, feel it, let it go. Because it doesn't last forever. But yeah, that's one thing. But yeah, because authenticity, when it comes down to emotions, I had to learn about the emotions, the frequencies and vibrations of emotions. That's what made me realize, like, oh no, it's definitely not just love, peace, and positivity. It's two sides of the spectrum. There's love and there's hate. Ghost, get out the street. Now, like I said in the start of this live, I'm going to be talking about my truths and my beliefs. What I feel as though I believe in this reality. Y'all can let me know in the comments if you believe in this stuff or believe in the same things I'm saying or going to say or not. These are things that I believe in. There are two sides of the spectrum in this reality. There is light and dark. Love, hate. It's two sides. Now, some people, some beings evolve or they're groomed to evolve on either side. And I know because I've met people on both sides before. I've met people operating. You can even say I was raised around people that evolved on a certain side. There is love and there is hate. There is light and there is dark. Some people were groomed or grown to evolve on the light side, which is love, peace, positivity, right? Or just light. Me, now I know there's a lot of other people out there that believe they're chosen ones too. So let me know if you, as a chosen one, you can relate to what I'm about to say. I feel as though it took me a while to really realize this stuff because, like I said, I've gone through a lot of spiritual fails, I'll call it, in trying to figure out who I am and what I represent, right? I've met a lot of people that evolve or they're trying or they're doing their best to evolve on the light side of life, the bright side, right? Which is to always be at peace or just happy with yourself, even if that's a lie. Like I said, that's not something that I choose to do anymore because even if happiness is a very high vibrational state, but if it's not truthfully who you are, like in your heart or your mind, because the universe is moved off energy. If your energy is not aligned with that emotion, then you're in a low vibrational state. If you're faking happiness, if you're faking peacefulness, if you're faking positivity, you're low vibrational because you're faking it. It's not authentic. And I've met people that they have a very hateful or anger aura or just being around them, their whole character or aggressive aura, but it resonates with who they are. So they're therefore high vibrational because they're operating in an authentic frequency, like they're being there. That's them. They're being authentic. Anger really is like one of the low vibrational emotions, but like I said, you got to feel the emotion. Some people, anger just resonates with them, like how sadness resonates with certain people or happiness. anger and sadness, that you can turn those into high vibrational. It can be high vibrational depending on where your heart and mind is to it. Like, depending on where your heart and mind is, it can turn into a high vibrational emotion. I'm telling, like, bro, it gets so deep, like. But yeah, like I was saying, I believe in both sides of the spectrum. Like, people are evolving on either. People I've seen in life choose to evolve on either side, or choose one side, right? Light or dark. People either choose love or hate. Me as my being, as me as a chosen one, I believe I was sent here or brought back. I believe I was brought back into this world of earth to evolve on both sides. Both sides. And I will explain why, but I just really wanted y'all to hear that. Me as a chosen being, I believe I came back to evolve on both sides of the spectrum. To evolve in light and in dark. Because I feel as though I've always felt like this my whole life, but I rarely said it out loud. Like, I rarely said it out loud. I believe my soul has been here before, reincarnation. I believe in reincarnation, or just having, not even just reincarnation, but a soul being here before, like a soul that has lived multiple lives before the life he's currently living. Like, I don't know how, but whether it was in the Stone Ages, ancient times, where it was no cars, it was just human, stuff. I believe in that. People that's been living, their soul is very old. Like, I believe in that. Old souls, ancient souls. I believe in all of that. I've just never really said it out loud up until now. Okay, but back to what I was saying though, before that. So since I believe that I am an old soul, a soul that was reincarnated back into earth, because it's a deeper meaning than just being an old soul, or just coming back to earth for no reason. It's a reason for everything, and I had to learn that. I believe that our souls come back knowing everything that's going to occur. Like, before we touched down and came into this human flesh, right? Because this is not our true form. Our spirit, I believe our spirit is our true form. Who we are under the flesh or inside of the flesh is our true form, right? Before we were born, I believe that we chose our life. We chose the pain, the traumas, everything that's going to happen or you're going to endure. I feel like you chose it before you were born. But the moment you were born, it's like it's stripped the memory of your past lives, or everything that your spirit, like, it's like a contract. Like, it's like signing a contract, right? Like, I'm trying to figure out a simple way to say it so everyone can understand. Like, it's like a contract that you signed before you were born. Like, okay, like the universe showing you, this is the life this is the new human life that you're going to live, or the life that you're going to live, whether it's human, animal, whatever, reincarnation. This is the life. Okay, this is your human life that you're going to live. In this life, you're going to go through these things. You're going to endure this pain, these traumas. This is going to bring you closer into discovering more about your spiritual self and who you are as a spiritual being, right? That's what I believe. I believe that in my past lives, I already overcame or overstood the sides of light and darkness, which is why I'm saying I feel as though I came back to evolve on both sides. After what I'm saying, just let me know. Like, let me know if any of this relates to you. If anything I was saying about, even just being a chosen one. But I'm gonna dive deeper into what type of chosen one I believe I am. Because, and I've seen a lot of videos of spiritual influencers on like, you know, people that also believe they're chosen ones or chosen souls, right? A lot of people that resonate on different or they align with different frequencies or different vibration, like people that just only align with light, you know, or I've even been around some dark people, some very dark people, and I believe that they're chosen ones, but they don't really believe it themselves, but they align with the darkness, right? I believe, reason I believe I came back to evolve on both sides, like I said, I feel as though mastered those. I feel like I mastered both of those sides alone in past lives. Like, this is just something that I've always felt, but I've never said out loud. And it feels weird to say out loud, but at the same time, though, feels right. Feels good. But what I mean by that, though, diving deeper into light and the dark, I used to really just believe it. Like, when I was younger, I didn't really believe in anything. Like, my spiritual journey has been a very weird one, but very educational at the same time. Like, I started out as a young boy not believing in anything, but like call it an atheist. I remember I used to say like, oh, I don't really believe in a God, or I don't think a God doesn't exist. I was an atheist. But then when I was younger, I have my father. He used to have a I have a Muslim father, if you call it, and basically I don't want to say Christian mother. I don't believe really my mom is like a Christian. I feel like she's just spiritual, right? Or at least that's what was always said to me, like, just believe in higher being. Not just Christian alone, but basically, yeah. So my influence or my perspectives on religion, they were basically influenced on basically who I was around, like, my family, brother, sister, mom, dad, whatnot. My perspective on religion and who to believe in was always influenced on that, which is why I said my spiritual journey is like, it's kind of weird but educational at the same time. What I believe now, oh yes, I believe in a God. I believe in a higher being, a higher source, a most high, right? But I just really wouldn't call it God, like, because I've come to the realization, like, who are we to really give God a name? Like, who are we to say, oh, God is the creation of all things and his son was Jesus? Who? Okay, when you really do research on that, Jesus, I've done, and then I've even gotten different opinions and perspectives about this. Jesus, that name itself is only 500 years old. The earth has been around for like billions, trillions of years, probably even before that. Who knows? Because humans only know so much, or only what science is able to even give them, the information that science is able to give. We don't really know anything. That's one thing I had to realize too. The first step to knowledge and wisdom is really just realizing that we know nothing. You know nothing. You learn something new every single day. I used to be like a know-it-all kid, or just go back and forth for like parents, older people in general. I gotta stop saying older people too, because the way I think now, it's like it's far from just being older or younger, right? Because I've met a lot of older people, but it's like their spirit is just like baby. Like it's like they have a baby spirit. But that's a different conversation. That's a different topic for another day, another night. But yeah, but light and dark. I used to believe in just believe it as simple as it just being angel and demon, or evil and good, bad and good, right? Evil and righteousness, right? I had to realize or understand, I had to overstand that there really isn't a good or bad, right? Like I said, the universe is moved off of energy. This is why I stopped saying or asking myself, like, or just even talking about it. Like, this is why I stopped saying, oh, why does why do bad people get what they want? Or why do bad people or evil people get what they want or desire out of life, and good people don't? Why does the villain win? The villain, I'll call it. It's not even about the hero or villain winning. It's not even about that. It's the energy. Ghost. It's the energy you put into whatever mission or whatever you're trying to accomplish. It's the energy you put into it. I had to learn that. Like, even if whoever's watching this or will be watching, if you're wondering, like, if there's people around you that you consider bad or evil or villain, like, right? Like, he's getting, or he or she's getting everything they want, and they're not even doing right by people, or doing right they're not doing right by others at all, or things like they're scheming people, they're doing this, they're doing that. Dude, it's the energy they're putting into it. They believe if you believe what you're doing is truthfully the right thing to do, trust me, the universe will align you with it. Whether it's bad in your eyes, evil, good, bro, it's energy. They truthfully believe what they are doing is the right thing to do. So the universe is going to give them that. It's going to align with them. This is why I stopped believing that there's just good, bad, evil, and righteousness. Like, there is dark and there is light. Now, I do believe in angels and demons, but it's just not that simple, right? In most cases, it's not just a person being, oh, this guy's a devil or a demon, or she's an angel. Bro, us as humans, we are not perfect. We are not God himself. We are not the creation. I would say only the creation itself is perfect, a perfect being. None of us are perfect at all. Us as humans, we're automatically born to fail, sin, make mistakes, whatever you call it, whatever you want to call it. Automatically being low vibrational beings, because we're in the flesh. We're in a human body. We're not in our real form, spiritual form. But the reason I believe in light and dark is because depending on the situation, you need both. You need both sides. You need that darkness, because you can't have one without the other. You cannot have one without the other. Now, this is the type of talk I do need to have with a lot of people, because there, bro. I just know, bro. I've heard conversations like, oh, and I used to think the exact same way. I used to think spiritual uprising or spiritual enlightenment, spiritual awakening was just you being a positive, peaceful, happy being, when that's not it. You have to, me as a chosen one, I feel as though I resonate with both sides, light and dark. A lot of people, they just want to, now, it's nothing wrong with just evolving on the light side. Don't get me wrong. It's nothing wrong because, yes, a lot of people will evolve on the light and a lot of people will evolve in the dark side of life, right? I feel as though I was chosen to evolve on both sides. Ghost, come here. I'm sorry, my dog just keep randomly running away. This dude, he's not even going the right way. But yeah, it's like, and a lot of people, they'll probably ask me like, what do you mean by that? Like why do you feel as though darkness is needed? Okay, for those who are wondering, you want to know why I feel as though darkness is needed? Because say for instance, right, your family, your loved ones are, it comes down to you to protect them from harm, right? Somebody that's dark, evil, villain, whatever you want to call it, right? If somebody was to harm your family in front of your face, you are going to have to channel dark energy to basically protect your family. Like, you can't just protect your family. Oh, I have the power of love and happiness on my side. No, that is not how it works. No, that's why I believe that both sides are needed. Light and dark are needed. I had to learn that, which is why I stopped viewing life or reality itself so simple as oh, there's good and there's bad. There's evil and there's this. You're a villain or you're a hero. No, it's not as just simple as just being a hero or villain, evil or good. It's not as simple as that. You need both sides of the spectrum. You can't have one without the other. That's what I believe. And why I believe I resonate with both sides as a chosen one, I'm gonna tell you why. Throughout my life, I've been able to hang. I've basically been cool with every person you can think of, right? From the nerds, from having a very smart, intellectual conversation with nerds in school, to the comedians, the funny guys, to the jocks, the athletic, the bodybuilders, the muscle head, the people that are just strictly into fitness and nothing else, weights or nothing, to the gangsters, the YNs, the killers, the robbers, the scammers, to the good boys, just strictly the boys, the boys are people that just never really, their whole entire life, they basically grew up like, raised around, the perfect mom and dad, the perfect family, the perfect neighborhood. I've been cool with almost every person you can think of, right? Why I believe I resonate with both energies, both sides, is really because me as a being, I feel as though it's been times where I've sat in silence with the most darkest people. I've sat in silence with the most darkest people, warriors, if you want to call it, or gangsters, whatever you want to call it. I've sat in silence with them and just sat in peace with the most peaceful, harmless, or most good dudes you can imagine. Like, it's like It goes both ways, and I've resonated with both of them. I've resonated with the good boy, and I've resonated with the bad boy. I resonated with both of them. Up to the conversations, the silence, the energy, like, and why you are who you are, right? I resonated with both sides. Like when it came down to conversation, just the silence itself, like the aura, the energy, the presence, like, oh, like this is like, I can feel your dark energy, or I can feel your light. I can feel your darkness and I can feel your light. I resonate with it both. Like, it's really hard to explain, but it just, I don't know, it's just a feeling. Like it's a feeling, bro. Like, it's a feeling. Because even throughout life, like, you know how they say everyone has a different perspective of you. I've been around certain people, whether it's in public, school, work, whatever you want to call it. I've been around people that have, bro. Now, I've been around people that have said, bro, you're so quiet, you're so silent. You don't really do much. You don't really be around anyone. And I've been around other people that say, you really don't stop talking. Like, dude, you really know, or you say a lot. And then I've been around people that have said, oh, you're such a good kid, you're such an innocent guy. And I've been around people that, dude, you're like a psycho, you're crazy, like the way you think is crazy, you're a psycho. Bro, I've heard it all. Like, I've heard it all, which is why I always felt as though, like, really up until now, where I really believe I resonate with both sides, and I came back to evolve on both sides, the light and the dark. Like, it all just makes sense to me now. Like, why I've gotten so many different point of views on who people feel like I am. Like, oh, you're this, you're that. Like, oh, this is what I got from him. Like, even when I was younger, like, different teacher point of views and perspectives. Like, all the way to students, co-workers, friends, family. It doesn't matter. I've gotten so many point of views, bro. So many. When I was younger, teachers like, oh, you're such a good kid. You're such a good boy. And then another teacher, oh, you're such a class clown. You don't, bro. Like, bro. It's funny when I say it out loud now. Like, I've never said that out loud. Like, when it came down to teachers, and, like, bro, even teachers when I was in school back then, I've heard so many different perspectives from them. Like, and in my mind, I'll just be like, I was just being me in that moment. Like, that's all. I was just being me. I was never that guy that said out loud, oh, I'm a quiet, antisocial type of person. Stay 6 feet away from me. Don't come up to me. Don't talk to me. Nah, I'm not. I never said that out loud. People would just call me that if that's what they got from me. Like, because I will say this, I'm the type of person, I'm not an antisocial or quiet, silent type of person. I can be if need be, but I'm not that type of person. Really, I'll say this, I'm everything all in one. Like, I'm all of it. I'm really all of it. I can be a loud person. I can be a silent person. I can be a happy person. I can be an angry person. I can be a very peaceful person, or I can be a very chaotic, destructive person. It's like, it all resonates with me. I had to learn that. I had to learn that there isn't one, like with me, there just isn't one side to it. There isn't, oh, am I just gonna, I'm just a peaceful light. I'm just peaceful light energy all my whole life. No, it's everything. All of it resonates with me. Like, that's who I feel like I am. That's who I believe I am as a being. I'm something different. Like to where I can go to a temple, a Shaolin temple, in China or something, meditate with monks, and then the next day go to war with some Spartan war. Like, bro, like, bro, like, I don't know, bro. Like, man, I know, but I don't know. Like, it's weird. Like, it's very, it's different. It's different. I had to realize that, like it took me a while to realize a lot of spiritual failures, a lot of spiritual battles, a lot of spiritual warfare. And that's what people really misunderstand about when we say or believe we are chosen ones. It's not us saying that, oh, we were chosen and you weren't. We're better, you're not. I'm more spiritually awoken than you and you're asleep. No, it is not that at all. In fact, we're the ones that really don't even want to be noticed, but we're noticed. Like, we walk everywhere, not trying our best not to be noticed, but no matter how hard we try, we're going to get noticed. Like, it don't matter. I could be doing absolutely nothing and I still will get noticed or talked about. It I've came to the realization I just had to get used to it. Back then I'll just always be asked why? Why this? Why that? Why are they looking at me? Why are they talking about me? And as I've gotten older and more into my spiritual self, more into my spiritual journey, I started just saying, why not? Why not me? Because I'll just look around every day and I'll just tell myself like, so this is why. So, like, this is why. Like, to every environment, like, this is why I was chosen. This is why I was set apart. This is why I am different. Like, I stopped asking myself or the universe, why me? Like, why me? I stopped playing the victim and just started being. I just started becoming, Like, but yeah. Yeah. It's a lot. It's a lot, man. It's definitely a lot. I can go into so many reasons why I feel like I evolve on both sides, but I really feel like as though that's enough. I feel like it'll all come together in the future. Cause like I said in the beginning of this live, I'm gonna start making videos like this, as in, like, my spiritual journey and spiritual information that I have for you guys that you can either take with you or just throw it and leave it in the air. And you can choose whatever you want to do. Like I told y'all, I'm not telling you to believe what I'm saying. I'm telling you everything that I said thus far is what I believe in my truth. I'm not telling you to believe it or telling you this is your truth. This is your truth now and you shall live with this. No, this is what I believe and how I feel on the inside. Whether you relate to it or not, it's totally up to you, what you've been through in life. I'm telling you what I believe. Everything that's going on with me so far on a daily basis, as far as who I am. But yeah. And I remember, I think one time I did get asked that question too when I first, because on my Instagram, I do have an image of half demon, half angel as my new profile picture. It's not even, I've gotten asked that too, like, why did you do that? What does that mean? It's not as simple as just think of it as dark and light. Like I said, it's not angel and demon. That's just what dark and light really represent in different aspects. Like, it's not just as simple as angel or demon, evil or good. It's dark and light. You need both. Both are need. You can't have one without the other. You can't see in the dark without light. And you can't see the shadow of darkness unless you have light in the area, right? Like, you can't have one without the other. Different energies. You know, the sun, if you do research on this, the sun is really our masculine energy, our masculine side. That's why when us as men, or just us as black people in general, the sun is like basically our energy. It's basically our friend. Like the sun powers us, but especially us as men, you do your research. When we're in the sun, it activates masculine energy. And that's what I believe. I believe that the sun activates masculine energy, and at night, the moon activates feminine energy. It's like, bro, it's like if you really look at the meanings behind it too, like light and dark, masculine, feminine. Like, y'all just do your research upon that. Let me know things because I'm willing to learn every day. I definitely don't know it all. None of us know it all. I used to. I used to think I was really just a little know-it-all, you know. When I was little, like a little kid, little boy. I used to think like, oh, I'm a know-it-all. This guy's dumb and I'm smart. This guy's slow and I'm a little faster. Nah, I don't know it all either. I'm just going, just going. I'm just going. But the way I move and walk it, people always assumed I did know it all. Like even the way I talk, I can be talking to certain people, whether it was at work, at school, like I'll just get certain looks or even certain, certain things would be said to me like, oh, you got it all figured out, huh? And I'll just be looking at them like, no, no, I don't. It's just, hey, I move as if I do have it figured out because why move like you don't? Better to move like you do have it figured out than to just move ignorantly, right? That's how I look at it. Like that's how I always tell people, like, dude, I'm just being me. I just move like this, but you don't have to follow me. A lot of people would just assume that you know it all, or you arrogant, or you think you better than people based off of how you move alone. Like you don't even gotta say anything. Like I said, everything is energy. Like the way I move, people would just like they'll look back. Like I'm the type of person I can walk past you, but you'll think twice about it. Like, like, dang, should I follow him or something? Like, like he seemed to know where he going. Like, that's the type of looks I'll get. Like, bro, I'm telling you, like, he seemed like to know where he going. Like, like, I'll just be like, dude, I'm going with life just like how you. Well, let me not say that. I'm not going with life how you're going with it. I'm just I'm just doing my best to be a better me, spiritually, mentally, and physically every day. I'm just doing my best to be that, which is why you'll feel that energy like, oh, he seemed to move like he know where he going or talk like he know what he talking about. Like, nah, dude, I'm just doing my best to be a better me every day while you're too busy comparing yourself to other people. But I get it though. I completely get it. I used to be the exact same way, compare myself to people, whether it was financial, mental, physical, everyday life, like, oh, like dang, he got this, he got that. Oh, I don't got this yet. But I'm a good person. I have a good heart. It's not about that. I had to learn the universe is really moved off of energy. So what I started doing every day was just aligning with my higher self, my true self. Started being me every day. Like just being a better version of me every day, whether it was spiritual, physical, mental, and even up until now. I'm still learning. Every day I'm still learning. We're all still learning. That's all this is. Just a one big fat project. It's big, think of life as just one big fat school project, but it's about your life. It's about your spiritual discovery and who you are, your purpose, your true self, your true essence. It's about finding yourself again or discovering something new. Like I said, reincarnation, how I feel as though people come back and live a different life. Now, going back to that, I believe there are old souls, young souls, middle souls, people that have been here before, but not like how some other souls have. Like, I feel like I'm an old soul, like, and I've even gotten that, from family, from friends, people I've met, like, oh, you so chill and laid back, you like a older guy, like you act like an old man. Like, man, I can't tell you the amount of times I've gotten that. And I've gotten like, dude, you're so energetic. You're like a monkey. Like, bro, I've gotten all perspectives, all opinions. Man, I've been around. It's really just the environment I'm in, Depending on the environment I'm in is the frequency or vibration that I'm going to operate in as that relates to me. Like, it's been times where it's just I'm just hanging with family, or it's just a chill day with family, or I'm hanging with friends and we just cooling, chilling, and I'm just being me. But I'll still get those comments like, dude, you like a chill old man or something. Like, you act like an older, you act like an uncle or something. I'll just laugh. And then it's been times where, you know, you at a party or something, or you playing football or something, or you doing something, you doing some activity with friends or people you cool with, and I've gotten comments like, dude, you like a freaking monkey. Like, dude, do you ever sit down? Like, bro, I've like, depending on where I'm at, is like, not even depending on where I'm at, because that's basically saying like, not depending on where I'm at, but I don't know. It's like, no, it is the environment, but the environment isn't what influenced me every single time. It's just, I'll just be being me. Like, I'll just be doing what's inside of me, but just different activity, different environment. It's like, that was a lot to talk about. That was a lot to talk about. Whoever will watch the whole thing, man, just let me know if whatever I said out of something you heard me say, let me know if it resonates with you, or you can relate to that. You can relate to what I said, up to me being a chosen one, or what type of chosen one I am, everything I went through. Well, I didn't even explain all of that yet, but I've explained basically, you know, the journey as to me being and who I am, and why I feel as though I was set apart, or why I feel as though, believe as though I was set apart from the crowd, the average crowd. Like, just let me know. Y'all let me know in the comments, because I'm gonna start making videos, lives like this, just talking about what I go through, you know, as far as spiritual discovery, spiritual self, like, just spirituality in general, what things I believe in, my truths, my beliefs, things I've learned, things I didn't learn, things I've taught myself over time, because it's a lot I had to really teach myself. Nothing, like, a lot of things weren't really taught to me. One, being a man wasn't really taught to me. Something That's something that really wasn't taught to me. But, and I'm not saying that like in a way to seek sympathy from anyone. Nah, not in that way. I know how my voice may sound, but nah, it's not a way to sink, like, not in that way, but it's just like, dang, like a lot of things I'm saying right now I've never really said in person or to anyone else. I didn't really teach even currently, I'm still growing as a young man every day in this life. Like I said, I'm an old soul, but this is a new life, a different life. So currently in this life, I'm 20 years young. I'm a young man, but old soul. But you never know. Your past life could have been an animal life. It could have been a life of a warrior, healer. I'll get into all that soon, eventually, as to who I feel as though I was in my past lives. But we could go ahead and this live, just call it a night, because the walk is over. And that was about a good hour. I'd say a good hour, 20, 10 minutes. I don't know. I just was talking. It felt really good to get that information, or all that off my chest. But yeah, we'll come back to these conversations soon. I'm gonna try to make content. I'm gonna try to start making content like this along with my fitness content, guys. Like I know most people, they probably were just thinking like, oh, this guy thinks he's a chosen one because he just makes, because he works out. Like, nah, that's not why. That's just the first step in, what I represent and what I'm trying, the image I want to put out for myself, the type of mark I'm trying to leave on this earth before I leave. That's just step one. That's the first step into me being who I am, right? Because fitness and calisthenics, all that always resonated with me when I was younger. I've always been like, an athletic person, but we'll talk about that a different time. To those who is watching and to those who will watch, I hope you stay true, stay safe, just stay blissful. Until next time.